Hello and welcome to the early access version of Battlefleet Engineer. In this video I will cover the fleet editor and the basic concepts of fleets and ships. Okay, so to get to the fleet editor, just click on the fleet and ship editor in the main menu, and then you get this infinite design space. The basic controls of zooming and panning with the mouse wheel apply here as well. Let's start by loading an existing fleet that comes with the game. So we loaded the fleet and it has several ships, but they are now all on top of each other because this fleet definition didn't include positions or a formation for these ships. So just select the ships and then hold the right mouse button, drag, and then hold the left Alt to create a new formation. You can also hold the left Shift to scale the formation. Okay, so fleets are a combination of ships, and they also include this information about the kind of initial formation. The fleets are saved in their own files, which are standalone. They include the full definitions of the ships. So each ship in this fleet could be unique. You can modify them and then save the fleet, and the ships will be saved with the fleet. Okay, another important concept is the ship blueprints. Ship blueprints are a way to save a ship design, and the game comes with a large number of them already defined, with all of which you can also edit if you want, or create new designs based on these existing ones. For example, there is this very basic core only that is the bare minimum that doesn't actually do anything you can use as a starting point for a new ship design. So this fleet and ship editor also contains the ship editing functionality, which can be accessed through here, but I will cover this in a separate video. Okay, so what we have here is the ship listing, same as in the battle screen, and then at the top we have fleet value, campaign acceleration, and available funds. The last two are not really relevant right now because you only have single battles. I have been prototyping with some campaign functionality that has a persistent fleet that you can edit and modify and so on, and fight multiple battles with, but that is not ready and won't be included in the game for a while. So here we get the fleet cost or value, and since we loaded a fleet from a file, we also get the chains. So now we added this one ship, so that changed, and if I delete some, then the value has changed. You also have fleet statistics, which are some calculated values, power ratio, defense rating. These are calculated from the individual ships in your fleet and then combined with average or by summing the values. You can compare to any saved fleet, or you can save a baseline which is then available for comparison. So let's modify this, press select and press delete. Now this has changed a little bit. And the fleet 1 is the current fleet, and the fleet 2 is the one you have selected for comparison. And this relative value here or comparison, they work the same way, that if it's on the left side, then it's a bad value in this case, and if it's on the right, it's a good value. And in comparison, it means that if it's on the left, then the fleet on that side is better in this aspect than the fleet on the right side. So if I modify this more radically, then we get that the baseline now is much better in base value, peak firepower, and so on. To add ships to your fleet, you go to the ship blueprint browser, which is searchable. So search for anything. It can be in any column here. And when you select the ship, you see the description here and basic information, and also these 5 select statistics. There are some more here as well, and the module count, so how many of each module type this ship has. This is also sortable, and the ship class is defined automatically, so that very slow ships are automatically classified as platforms, and massive, gargantuan, large, medium, small, tiny comes from the module count. And if it doesn't have any weapons, then it's a civilian ship or platform, and so on. Size is the number of modules. So as you can see, you can create ships with anything from 6 to over 1,000 modules. And firepower and mobility are also basic statistics that tell you something about the ship's performance, basically. Okay, so to add some ships, just select and click purchase. They will be placed on the center of the screen, so then you can just drag them away from each other, or purchase, move the screen a little bit, and so on, and then just move them here, and so on. You can then test your fleet or any ship design you have in the fleet by going to actions and test battle. This will give you an empty level with copy of the fleet as the enemy. So here you can fly your ship designs and test easily, and then come back by pressing here. Okay, so the ship that you save in a fleet can be different from its blueprint. So when you add a ship from here, it contains a reference to its ship blueprint, and that blueprint then defines the structure and design, but you can modify it and then not update the blueprint. If you now save the fleet, it will be saved, so this ship I modified will be saved in this state, but it is recommended to save the blueprints as well. The ship blueprints are separate files that you can also find from the game folder, as well as are the fleet definitions and so on. So you can revert the ship to its blueprint state by using this rebuild command. So if you use some create a fleet and then you edit the ship blueprint, it doesn't automatically update the fleet, because the update the ships in the fleet because the feed 5 is a standalone separate file. So you then need to open the feed here by loading it, and then rebuild the zips you want to update, and then save the feed again. So here you can just give it a name, like this tutorial feed, and save, or you can override existing feeds. Okay, so that is all about the feed editor. There will be a separate tutorial about zip design and zip editing, which is also part of this same screen. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.